What up, people of the universe? It is your girl Eunice and I am back. It has definitely been a minute. And yeah, I've just been rolling with the punches, I guess. Which brings me to our topic of today, post-grad and post-grad blues. It is officially May and grad season is upon us. And as my sisters Jade and Kia of the Getting Grown podcast like to say, no wrinkled regalia should be seen on this day. We have worked too hard for these checkerboard creases to ruin our day. To start off, I want to congratulate all the recent grads out here. Y'all are doing it big and doing the dang thing. Mean Girl reference. On the real, you guys have endured a fierce battle riddled with ups, downs, twists, and turns. And sometimes you guys were like, what? But y'all made it, and we out here. So congrats. This right here is y'all moment. So live it up. But I'm not here to give you another commencement speech because I'm not sponsored and I don't want to be doing all of that. But all of the grads before you can attest to this. Post-grad sucks. Not entirely. It has its moments where you're just like, oh, great, yes, woo. But the other part of the time, I'm not even going to put a percent on that because it may vary for everyone. You're just like, ugh. Yeah. So that's where I've been at. And I've been dealing with the part. Especially since it has been 1 year to the date that I done strolled across the stage and became an alumni of a 4-year institution. What I'm trying to say is post-grad, for those of us that aren't immediately going to pursue masters or PhDs or MDs or what have you, those of us that have decided to take a minute, take a break in order to reevaluate, plan, and even execute our next moves. I applaud y'all. Shoot, I applaud us because I'm in that boat. We're brave souls out here charting uncharted waters because Lord knows it ain't easy. I say this to say, post-grad is weird, y'all. It is just weird. It is this non-academic limbo where you're trying to navigate your next step, often with some uncertainty, sometimes total uncertainty, especially when your champagne dreams aren't matching your ginger ale reality. The lane that you're in would be your life. The direction that you're heading in would be towards your goal or goals. And everything around you, although they have influence to a certain degree on what you do and how you do it, the keyword being influence, they do not have the final say. It's just noise. We have the final say because we are in control of our own cars. When we constantly compare ourselves, we not only end up distracted, we are wasting precious and expensive fuel. Fuel that could be used to power the car's engine and go further towards the goal. Comparison makes it difficult to see all that has been overcome to get to where we are now. So rather than compare what's going on in our lane to someone else's, or compare our story to another person's, just remember that the best of times are seriously yet to come, and they will come with the most breathtaking and most scenic views. Take this time now, this weird transitionary period, to explore, travel. Take this time, especially since deadlines no longer exist. You handed in your last paper, you took your last final, you milli rocked across the stage, you got your diploma. Who am I kidding? Your diploma holder. And now you should feel free, especially if you're momentarily unemployed. Just take this time now to explore. It doesn't have to be some super lush and expensive and elegant trip to the first continent you can think of. It's not your own. It could be to a neighboring town or a city or what have you. There's so many benefits to traveling. I don't even have to list them. Google some. But you don't want to let this time pass you by and realize that you could have done, and you wake up and realize that, dang, I should have did this or gone here when I had all this free time, because now I have to do Excel sheets and do that and this project and whatnot. It becomes harder to break free once you form a routine schedule. You could have explored and you could have done this when you had not a lot going on, especially since climate change is a thing, and while it's hailing for the first day of spring, some of these things won't be around longer, and you don't want to be like, oh, remember that time when this existed? I don't know, when the Leaning Tower of Pisa was a thing and it fell because it rained so hard or it hailed. I say this to say that the time is fleeting, and so are these opportunities. Life goes on, and you don't want this chapter to pass you by when you could have used it to explore. Another reason why this opportunity right now should be used to travel is because it helps you gain perspective of the world around you and of things internally as well as externally. I honestly believe that this transitionary period won't last forever. So seize this moment now and get out there. Be safe, use common sense, and be responsible. So a brief word on timelines. Remember how those online assignments all due at 11:59 on the dot? For some, 11:55 would give even the most organized of students angst. Even if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just nod your head and agree. Well, timelines are no different. They are a sure and bona fide way to drive yourself insane. Now, no one's out here telling you to abandon all hope and throw away your goals. That is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, yes, you can have all of those things, but do keep in mind that the path from point A to point B will probably never be what you expect it to be. So rather than stressing yourself out, keep your visions and goals in mind and just water them. Water them with patience, persistence, and creativity, and just watch them flourish. Give yourself time, not a timeline. Shout outs to Paul Angone. I will put the link to his book in my description box. It's definitely a good read, so check it out. Understand that many have gone through these trying and downright sometimes trifling times that we, yes we, because solidarity here, are going through, and many others go through it too. The key is to just keep pushing, because these times, as troublesome and worrisome as they are, will leave you with losses, lessons, and battle scars, all which will mold and better shape your story as well as mine, and we can both be strengthened as individuals. You just gotta keep pushing and trust that this too will pass like gas. It's gonna hurt. Yeah, man. That's all she wrote. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Yapping with Eunice. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.